Hangman was walking at MJF like a little bitch last night. So hi everyone, welcome to the Wrestle Arc Podcast. Today's episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast is brought to you guys by our friends at Fanatics.com, which is home to the WWE shop. And folks, can I get a oh hell yeah? Because guess
No.
what? It's 316. Yes, give me a hell yeah. Come on, do it. Do it. Don't be a bitch. Come on. Do it. Do it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, that sucked. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, today is
Yeah,
316 day,
Cody. Now.
which of course means on the Fanatic shop, you guys can check it out. It's 316 day, as you guys can check out the latest in Stone Cold merch. There's new Stone Cold Steve Austin merch, including new replica belts, including the 30th anniversary signature title, and of course the Blood from a Stone championship belt, which that looks fucking sick. I want that belt. It's the smoking skull belt design. I want that. I might go into debt for it. Um uh yeah, you guys can check that all out, and of course, we have to I don't know why we have to do this now, but apparently we have to promote the top merch seller, which chat apparently I have to say this, you all have been cursed because the top merch seller is Danhausen.
Once
Again.
again, baby.
Again. This is all your guys' fault.
He's gonna stay there. How's in his house?
This is all your
He's
guys'.
gonna stay there.
Anyway, you guys can check it out at fanatics.com. Once again, check it out. Use code STONECOLD to get. What the fuck? Use code STONECOLD to get 31.6% off in savings. That's stupid. You guys can check it out. You guys can check.
Yeah, 2016.
31.6%.
It's smart. It's smart.
Anyway, check it out at fanatics.com, which is home to the WWE shop. Thank you, Fanatics, for being a proud sponsor of the Wrestle Arc Podcast. Hi, bitches. We are here.
Whoa. Hello. Everyone in the chat say hello right now.
I'm Radio.
Hi, everyone in the chat. How we doing?
I'm Radio. That's Peyton. That's Noble. That's Led. That's Liam. And boy, oh boy, do we have a...
CMW said he needs to hear Liam do the Stone Cold impersonation. Can't be bothered.
We have a lot to go over, because it was a lot of action that took place, including heel turns and a lot of blood, and apparently the most extreme Texas death match that these guys have ever seen.
Oh, yes!
A syringe.
A syringe spot.
Yeah, a syringe to the fucking mouth.
An electrical board spot. But not only that, some returns. Including one person who's a fanboy of the bitch. Anyway. So... obviously, we're going to go over AEW Revolution 2026. And since I didn't watch the pay-per-view, these guys are going to have to talk mostly about it. So what do you guys want to talk about from that first?
Well, most of the matches we didn't predict because of Tony Khan's bitches. But,
you're just dumb. I mean, well, we can either go over the whole card or we can go over like the big moments that have happened.
I mean, we still got. We could go over the whole card here. So
do we?
I obviously didn't. What? If we want to, that is.
Just go over the 0-hour battle royal that we predicted.
Yeah. The other two matches are kind of irrelevant. So the match that we predicted on the card is the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW National Championship. Where fucking Jack Perry won this one.
What's wrong with that?
Jungle Boy.
What's wrong with that? He won it in the same place that he got to watch SummerSlam in, apparently. Which is...
and he has a dinosaur with him.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, you won that. Ricochet pissed.
Ricochet's been on Twitter saying he's going to get his title back.
Okay, Becky.
Alright. Yeah.
He's Becky
Yeah.
2.0.
And then there was other matches on the CRO, but we don't get that one.
Yeah, I know. So let's just jump
I
right
know.
to the main card here. It says here that
Yep.
FTR defeated the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Yep. Great
Yep.
match,
That was
Logan.
good.
Great first
It
match.
was a good match. It was a good match. There was a lot. There was a lot of kickouts and finishes,
So a normal FTR
which
versus
I'm gonna
Young
bitch
Bucks
about.
match.
Yep.
I
But
swear, if we get another FTR versus Young Bucks match, I'm cashing out.
Well,
Okay.
guess what? That's gonna be
We
the
don't need
final
any
match
more.
on the final
I know.
AEW. No, just kidding.
But the end. But what after the match transpired? Edge and Christian, or Cope and Christian Cage, made the return.
Adam
At
Copeland
last.
and Christian Cage. Yes. Finally, took their
Yes,
time.
they are back.
Revenge came up.
They're gonna go after the tag titles, which everyone expected if FTR retained anyway. So
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a subtle tease that they could also be doing Cope and Christian versus the Young Bucks at some point once they get the belts.
they might do They might do a number one contenders match.
Maybe, but then they could also just do like, not being funny, but then they might do TLC with those three.
People are thinking they might do a triple threat TLC match,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but
They might.
instead of having these on Team KD, it'll be the Young Bucks and FTR. Yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
so the next one I got
It could
here.
be good. I don't know.
I mean, you put ladders with Edge and Christian. I'm calling a match. I don't get. He's not fucking Copeland. He's Edge. You do anything with ladders involving Edge and Christian. I mean, it's dangerous.
Yeah, very.
First returns of the night.
Oh, this whole card was loaded with a bunch of them, including with what happened in this one. Everyone banned from ringside. Timeless Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir. From what
Oh
I've
my
heard,
god, yes.
She
Not
won.
the
She
most
won by
important.
roll up. She won by roll up.
the most
The
dangerous,
most dangerous
move in wrestling.
move of all professional wrestling.
Well, it was the big package.
Oh, a roll up.
It's the big package.
It's a
What?
roll up.
What?
Yeah, it's a fucking full package, but they call it the big package because Tony Storm called it that.
But what happened
Storm's weird.
after is
Yeah, we know.
social media was freaking out about because someone got in the ring and the arena was full of booze.
Who was it, Radio?
It was fucking
was it?
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Ronda
Yes.
Rousey.
She got booed out the fucking building.
You know, the woman
She got
that
booed
out the
supposedly
building.
hates wrestling is in a wrestling company for a one-off.
Now, if it's a one-off, I'm fine with it. If it's not a one-off, I'm not fine with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
But obviously, she was with Marina, and she'll probably appear a lot more with Marina.
somebody said that
But
she
she
could
has
be
a fight
involved in
in
an
May,
angle
but she
with
can't
the.
really do anything.
Someone said that she could be involved in an angle with the Death Riders or something.
Well, yeah, because
Well, yeah.
Marina's in the Death Riders.
Marina's a real life friend.
Well, yeah,
So-
I'm just saying.
Shayna Baszler also did tweet out saying 4 horsewomen.
Uh-oh.
Shayna's signed to WWE as a coach.
Yeah, but obviously she was a part of like that MMA 4 horsewomen, wasn't she? So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
but yeah, I don't know, man. Ronda cannot do anything physical before her fight in May anyway.
That's what makes
So-
me think either this is a one-off thing, but I said she could very easily just be Marina's manager and not get physical. So
Yeah. But if they lead into a match at All In with Tony, then fine, do it, and then get out.
Yeah, please.
I don't need somebody in wrestling who doesn't give a shit. There's nothing I can't stand is somebody who comes into a company just for a quick payday and then fucks off. Like, if you're going to
And I
be in it,
guarantee you,
be in it and
she
care,
hasn't improved.
probably not, no.
So,
She
by the
doesn't care
way,
to improve.
I also got it wrong the other day. Apparently,
You got something wrong?
Ronda Rousey's fight is not a TKO UFC fight. It's just an MMA big Netflix fight deal. So
Yeah.
It's been done through Jake Paul's promotion.
Yeah, most valuable MVP.
Yeah, I thought it was a TKO UFC deal thing, which is
No.
why I was saying on stream yesterday. I was like, oh well, she's appearing here and she has to fight in a TKO thing. That's kind of fucked.
It is a
But-
bit. I do find it a bit like just saying.
Yeah.
Looks a bit dodgy to me.
Oh yeah. Agreed.
Yep.
I don't know. No one cares about Honda anyway.
Well, immediately following this was apparently what some people quoted was a very good match. It was the AEW Continental Championship match, no time limit. Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah,
For my money, this was the best match bell to bell.
And
it was.
Moxley
It was a very good
retained.
match. He did retain.
He did.
But
Yeah, he retains.
And Radio still wants the match restarted.
I want it restarted. This is some fucking bullshit. Okay, listen, Moxley, you can't. Okay, you're pissing me off.
Hear me out, though. I think Moxley has done wonders for the Continental title compared to previous holders.
Yeah.
So,
True.
in my opinion, him keeping it, not an issue for me.
Especially if they
well-
go where they go next with it too.
Well, with what happened after that, we had another return, boys.
If you thought Copeland and Christian were seeking revenge, who else was seeking revenge?
Oh, a guy that apparently these
I don't
guys
know.
didn't
We have
recognize
who
at
else?
first.
Well, the lights
Yeah,
go
but
out.
the video package at first didn't look like it made sense. And then I saw him in there and I was like, it's you.
To be honest, it became very obvious once they had the X-ray of like the person's neck.
I'm not
That's
gonna
like-
lie. I kind of forgot he had a neck injury because I don't care about him.
Fair enough. 2 herniated discs in your neck, and then he's
It's
in a
Will
tank.
Body Ospreay, guys.
Yeah, Will Ospreay.
Yeah, you kind of
returned.
like doesn't look like he's in the arena, like it's just another one of those teasers or something. And then he just comes out anyway.
And
And
then
my God,
Yeah.
was he moving fast?
he was moving
Then he
fast,
nearly
and then he
breaks his
almost
neck again.
yeah, he almost broke his fucking neck again because of his little spin move.
Well, not again, but he nearly breaks his neck.
Make sure that didn't happen by using his arm.
He was a little bit too quick.
I think he was very excited.
Yeah, he's a little bit excited.
Anyway,
I mean, when you've got
serious-
flipping 15,000 people chanting your name, the adrenaline's going to get to you.
So he pointed at the scar on his neck, which is like pretty much him saying, "I'm back because of this, because you wrote me off TV."
Yeah, and then he literally ran into the ring and hidden blade straight to Mox.
But this is crazy. This is crazy though, because he got surgery in September, got cleared last month in February, and now he's back.
They need
That just
So-
that just tells
AEW needs
that
him.
just tells you how badass Will Ospreay is.
Well, AEW needs him.
I did say a few weeks ago that he wouldn't be out as long as everyone thought he would be out.
I also thought he'd be out for a year. No chance, if you know Will Ospreay.
Well, he's a psychopath, so it doesn't shock me.
He does need to slow down just a teeny bit.
Oh my god, like he was going
Otherwise he'd be out
crazy, bro.
again.
Like, slow down.
He looks
But it
great.
does look like they're gonna do Mox versus Ospreay for the Continental title.
Yeah.
Unless
Maybe he
they
has a-
just unless they
Maybe.
just do a revenge angle and he doesn't go for the title. I don't know.
The thing is, though, historically, Will and Moxley have crossed paths in New Japan, and apparently the first match, the finish was botched because of the referee's mistake. And then they were going to get a one-on-one match for the IWGP US UK title, but then David Finlay got involved, broke it, so they introduced a new title, which David Finlay didn't want. So now this seems like the definitive one-on-one, finally.
We got a lot of people in the chat. CMW's in here, Turquoise Hawk is in here, Toby's in here.
Hey, everyone.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the
Thank you
chat.
for tuning in.
But yeah, Will Ospreay's back. AEW needed him. As much as I don't want to say that, it's the truth. They did need him. And yeah, let's see what they go with it. I mean, he's definitely gonna. Well, I don't know if he's gonna, but he should main event All In.
That's why I think if he is going to win the Continental title, it won't be for very long.
A lot of people are thinking though, they might have Kenny take the title off of MJF and do Kenny Will at All In, but I think they're gonna do MJF Will.
See, I'm a Kenny fan, but even I think MJF versus Will would be. I mean,
well,
I mean, no offense, Kenny. I mean, I looked at Kenny. Kenny's not moving the way that he used to. It's not.
Yeah, I think Will Ospreay could bring the best out of him.
Well, if you look at 2024,
those two bring the best out of each other, no matter what. But like MJF and Will Ospreay just seems to be selling more. I feel like that'd be like a bigger.
Beating the big bad heel, the man that wants to steal, ruin the company, the big bad heel, and winning it in England would make more sense.
Yeah.
If you look at 2024, MJF won the international title from Ospreay, turned it into the American thing, proclaimed to be an American hero, walked into England as champion, with basically everybody against him in favor of Will. It's going to be the same thing, only this time it'll be bigger because it's for the world title.
And Will win.
Yep, finally.
Well, should win.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got the AEW Women's Tag Team Championships. Divine Dominion defeated the Babes of Wrath to win the
new tag
titles.
Champ.
Yep.
I know you said everything else on the Zero was kind of irrelevant, but then if you look at how Will retain the TBS title against Lena Cross on the pre-show, but then they attacked her after the bell, and that was
play the palm.
So
the
then
injury played a part in being a short.
So then, following that, we get Swerve Strickland. No! Okay.
The hell?
So then we get Swerve Strickland versus Brody King. And
this was brutal.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you miss that, Nelson? Anyway, we got another return after this. We got another return after this.
Apparently, Swerve Strickland is still a sicko, is what I'm being told from these guys, because I was listening to the reaction last
he won the match.
We've already seen Swerve's very dangerous as a heel in the past.
Yeah.
So
he won the match, and then after the match, he was going to try and smash Brody's head into some cinder blocks. But someone was like, no.
Kenny by God Omega.
Yeah, he's back.
He was supposed to miss the show because people thought he was going to be in Japan doing Street Fighter mocap and stuff, which apparently he's already finished anyway. And then he came back and basically ran them off.
They took the Swerve and Omega match off Revolution because they didn't know if he'd be there.
Yeah.
He must have landed the day off and just went straight there.
And Tony was like, well, you're here. Might as well use you. You know?
Tony's like, oh, you're here? Okay, get out there. Oh.
And I think it'll lead to a Swerve Kenny match at Dynasty, I should say.
It's in Canada too, isn't it? So
it's in Canada.
He's like, Kenny, I'm not going to take this. Kenny, I'm not going to take this fucking shit. Get out there. Let's go. Enough of your video game bullshit.
Well, they had a match on Dynamite already. Can't remember who won. I think it might have been Kenny.
It was Swerve.
He took him out,
so,
yeah.
That's when.
So I basically think
fucking
they're gonna have a trilogy, or selfishly, what I want is a trilogy. But
They could do that
So-
all in.
what, Swerve and Kenny?
Yeah,
Like the
Swerve and
final
Kenny-
match.
Swerve and Kenny go and they go extreme, and they might do a death match.
Put them in a cage or something.
Do a death match. We need more syringes.
No, another one. No, we don't.
Oh.
We've already seen what
Another
Swerve.
one.
We've already seen what
Hey.
Swerve took with syringes when it comes to Hangman. Okay, we don't need it again.
We need more.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh.
So then we had the AEW Women's World Championship match, 2 out of 3 falls, and Tekla defeated Statlander 2-1.
I thought this was fun as well.
It was quite good, to be fair. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There was a half bump.
By the way, I think Tekla's effortlessly cool. I think she's so cool.
Yeah, of course you can't have a fucking Tekla match without having Julia Hart and frickin' Sky Blue to get involved.
Well,
Well, they didn't really do much. They got in the ring and got beat up.
Yeah, they got
They
beat
didn't
up
do
with
much.
Statlander, and then Tekla somehow took advantage and got the final four. So
Yeah, there was a ref bump, and then she took the ref's belt off and started
whipped
whipping her with that.
Statlander, and then I think Statlander gave her some back. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Poor
Tekla
ref,
won
man.
2 stomps.
Took a ref bump, and his belt got stolen.
I think it was Paul Turner.
I can't remember who it was.
Can't remember if it was Rick Knox. I would have
Doesn't
known he
matter.
was
All-
bald,
all
but I
the-
think the
all-
referee had hair.
All the refs in AEW are corrupt. Anyway,
No, Bryce is the biggest of them all. Fucking
He was the main event ref.
yeah,
Liam,
that's the only annoying bit. I was like, go away!
Liam, you're gonna hate the birthday gift I got you then.
Fuck off.
Next we had
And then,
the World Trios Championship, which was
yeah, I'm shocked
boy.
with the winners of this.
yeah, the Don
Yeah.
Callis
Yeah, not
family
gonna-
didn't win.
I'm also shocked that fucking Doghouse family lost. It's literally Godspeed and fucking Mystico won those titles.
Which Mystico wasn't even under an AEW contract. Apparently, it became
He's
official
all
after
elite now.
yeah.
After a
He is
match.
now.
He has a dual contract with AW and CMLL.
Oh, come
Mystico
on.
is all elite.
Yeah, he's all elite.
But no, I thought
He's all elite.
this was fun as well. So,
It was very
But no.
quick.
I think Jet Speed and Mystico are going to be a very fun team to watch. But then, yeah,
Yeah.
when you beat IG Open, as I call them, because Okada's from IG Japan, and then Aussie Open, carved like Jamal Davis, you know. But no, I feel like obviously this will open up Fletcher to focus on the TNT title again. But then Mark Davis will probably just be the running buddy for.
I feel like that's gonna
Can't
cause
let your rights
friction
but-
between Okada.
I want to know what they're gonna do with. I want to know what they're gonna do with Okada.
I think they just have to move him into the catch the feud, otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, they've been teasing it for a while, so
I'm not getting that feud at this
I-
point. If they don't even freaking tease that for long.
I feel like that this is gonna cause ripples in the Don Callis family, even bigger ones.
losing all the titles.
I mean,
Could be,
Kyle
could
Fletcher's the
be.
one who's getting pulled between Okada and Takeshita all the time. It's either Proto Shit or Proto Okada. So which one is he going to pick?
Yes.
He's stuck in the middle.
It's
Will,
like it's
save
like
him.
it's like a bad love triangle. It's like, hey, no, you come over here. No, you come over here.
So it's going to
Oh,
take a
you
lot
know.
for Will and Kyle to make up. Let me tell you that.
Oh, God.
But when Will
Okay.
when Will wins the world title, Kyle's gonna be like, "Hi, buddy."
I think Fletcher will take it off him.
Maybe.
Um,
But yeah, this was quite decent.
Then we had Andrade defeating Bandito,
Oh
which-
Yeah,
god.
this was.
which I could give 3
Yeah.
fucks about Andrade ever in my life.
I mean, I thought the match was sick, personally.
The match was very good.
When you
Yeah,
I
put two of
wasn't a
the
fan
best
of them
Mexican
stripping.
wrestlers,
They were stripping at the start of the match, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Aletta and I talked about this yesterday. Like the match was greater, but the bias point because they literally stripped their pants off.
Well,
yeah, it was a bit of a who can I out hunk the hunk at the beginning, you know.
well,
But then
here's kind of the funny
Toby,
thing. I'm
Toby
sitting
just
there
said,
at work.
Toby,
what peacocking.
Toby just said on the chat, Don Callis on a pole match.
Give me it.
God.
I mean, I've been asking for Paul Heyman on a pole
Yeah, I
match
was
for
saying
ages.
we gotta do the first one first, and then we can do. But
No, just put Don Callis in the shark cage above the ring. Somehow still give him a commentary headset if you can. I don't know.
here's what's fucked up
Yeah.
is I was at work and I couldn't see what these guys were seeing. So when I heard, this is what I heard. Why are they stripping? I immediately got
Yeah.
scared and was like, "What the
Yes.
fuck
What
is
Dan
going
Lido
on?"
doing is, usually he would use like the ropes to flip over for the German. I thought him doing the deadlift version off the ground was impressive. I was like, wow. But no, Andrade won, and that was probably the right way to go because obviously he's got some big wins this year, and to keep his momentum going, it's a good thing.
Yeah, and
Um,
he took pictures with two ladies.
Probably some indie wrestlers.
whores.
Yeah. I think my idea was cool, though. You have Charlotte Flair appear once without telling him.
And he's
Oh,
like, I
that's-
survived
yeah.
it. Remember, you can't take pictures of me. I already signed the divorce papers.
He's like, I'm
Yeah,
leaving.
So then we got a trios tag match where it was Roderick
I
Strong,
don't know
Orange
why this was the
Cassidy,
main event.
and Darby Allin defeated the Dogs. Which
I think it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
a bit of a cool down match because they had a whole lot of action before that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of good action, mind you, as well. And then it was like this match was still fun, but at the same time, I'm like, why did the Dogs have to lose? But I suppose.
Yeah.
and apparently
I mean, the Clark
Orange-
Connors spear to Darby Allin for the ropes was good, and then
And the bald guy, what's his name? Gabe Kidd got
Gabe.
stuck.
got cable tied to the stage.
Zip tied to the freaking
Yep.
stage.
Darby probably died again.
yeah.
Surprisingly,
Like,
Darby did.
like
The only
any-
time Darby died was getting speared through the ropes by Clark Connors.
Yeah, that was Jesus Christ.
But otherwise, compared to when Darby's wrestled in the past, I wouldn't say he greatly died. You know,
Apparently, and I'm just jumping ahead here, but at the press conference, it's gonna be. Gabe came in and started freaking out, saying "fuck everyone" pretty much, and said that it's gonna be
I'm
him
sorry.
and Darby versus.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
CW.
He said in a coffin match, but CMW said it's Gabe versus Darby coffee match.
Coffee match?
Coffee.
match.
Okay.
Huh?
So,
Coffee
all
match.
right, hold on.
Huh?
Hold on. I just gotta make sure I got this right. So now that's 2 T-shirt designs that I gotta make now. Underfish.
How does that
And
work? How does a coffee match work?
whoever drinks the most coffee.
I
without
suppose
having a heart attack
whoever drinks
wins.
the most coffee, someone like Gabe Kidd, a lot of caffeine when he's already jumped up without it is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Terrible idea.
He's already
fucking fighting without it.
He's already a madman, you know.
Oh my god, that'd be a
And
great
Darby just won't
t-shirt.
die.
That'd be a great T-shirt design. Just the most dangerous match in wrestling, the coffee match.
The coffee match. Oh, his excuse
Coffee
is I'm tired. That's his excuse.
bullshit.
It's only 9:30 p.m.
Like literally the only way to win the match is to have it before and be dumped into the whole part of coffee.
Anyway, can we talk about the main event?
All right, now we get to the main event, which had the stupidest stipulation to
God.
it, but apparently this match was quoted as being match of the year candidate already. It was
Agreed.
Texas Death Match
Yep.
between MJF and Hangman Adam Page, where if Hangman lost, he can never compete for the AEW World Title again.
Yeah, and it's a verbal agreement. It's not signed onto a contract. It's a verbal gentleman
Now-
agreement, Tony Khan said.
Now hold on a second here. I want to point something out. I grew up in an era where extreme wrestling, I've seen pretty much everything, right? These guys, just listening to their reaction on that stream yesterday was the funniest shit. Because all I heard was, oh my fucking god, there's a syringe. They just died. Someone's burning to death for an electrical thing. There's barbed wire all over the
Yeah.
place. Hangman's walking MJF like a
Yeah.
dog.
He did, actually, yeah. He did dog walk as well.
And the fans were going, oh.
They were actually bad.
Yeah.
What's the other thing I heard? Oh, apparently Hangman called MJF a dumbass, which which if
Yep,
you saw the
that's fucking right.
which if you saw the clip, yes, that was a dumbass move. But and then also apparently
There's glass involved.
yeah, apparently MJF was thinking of the ring crew and decided, hey, I'm gonna do you a favor and brush off the glass off the mat, so you ain't got to do it later. I'm thinking of you guys. See,
They still had to clear
that's
up
our
off the floor.
scumbag.
It was on the floor on the other side of the ring. Okay.
He don't care. He just wanted it off the mat. Fuck everything else.
Yeah,
Wait,
when
to get dropped on it about 3 times, yeah.
when he was getting dog walked, they were chanting, "He's a good boy."
Yeah.
That made me giggle. I was like,
That
yes.
is fucking hilarious coming from the AEW fans. Seriously.
He's a good boy.
So this match had it all. A syringe spot that everyone is cringing.
Yeah, that syringe spot was the
Yeah.
I said earlier off air, it was a bit. I was like, I've seen pretty much everything. I'm pretty much numb to most things, but even that made me grimace. I was like,
yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Why?
My main question is why? Because
like,
what was
why?
the point of that spot? Because you just put a syringe through his cheek and then you push the stuff through after.
Just he's squirting on saline solution. It's the only reason he didn't bleed.
I don't know what's in there. It's possibly fucking water or something at this point. I have no idea.
Shit.
No, it would have been.
No, we're gonna put a
The other way
dangerous
Hangman didn't
chemical.
bleed. Saline solution ain't dangerous. They use it all the time in hospitals.
It's Tony Khan. He probably would put a dangerous chemical.
Cocaine?
Yeah, literally.
What
But no, yeah. It was crazy, man. We thought the match was going to end about 60 times, and then they kept getting up.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
In the end, Hangman Adam Page lost by getting hung by the with a dog collar.
The same way he ended Moxley, pretty much, was the same way that MJF ended Hangman.
And it was blood on the camera. I did kind of like it as a cool visual.
Can I just say, whether they meant to do that or not, and they were like, oh yes, they on that camera till the end. I was like, that was a very good visual. I was like, if anything, it actually added to the finish, for sure.
Yeah, it was cool. I did like that.
And now MJF is like, I'm the undisputed bad guy because I'm now standing over the dead carcass of the main character, the big hero.
He was on a stretcher and he was celebrating standing on it.
Yeah.
But no, what a war. I mean, in terms of main events, this was brutal, but also very good. Like, it was done very well.
I'm not.
I mean, in terms of technical matches in AEW, this was probably the most brutal one they've done.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I was listening to these guys react to it, the one part that scared me the most was I heard Hangman was going for a buckshot, and then it came down like MJF hit him with a low blow, and I was like, if it fucking ends on a low blow after all that shit, I was gonna lose it. I was gonna be like, you had them go through an electrical shit that almost caught them on fire, and you're gonna end it on a fucking low blow, and then they were like, oh, he got back up, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, well, what do you motherfuckers stay down?
But now, obviously, MJF retained, so Hangman Adam Page isn't allowed to fight for the world title as long as he lives. And we all know that's a lie. we all know he will fight for that title again. We all know they will go back on their word. We all know they'll book a heel turn and do a lazy, be like, "Ha, I lied to you, ha."
I mean, it'd be in 2 to 3 years' time, I would think. But
Yeah,
then
because
it's
they
like,
try and get people to forget about it.
maybe, but then apparently they wouldn't have done this if they don't have. I mean, yeah, it's lazy and it's wanky, but hopefully there is like a creative way around all of this than
Or
just
just as a fight for the
Hangman
title
saying,
again.
Well, see, here's the
Yeah.
problem. Here's the problem, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. Whether you love him or hate him, Hangman is a main event talent. The problem is AEW backed themselves into a corner here because now that you've taken a main event talent out of the equation for right now, because I don't know what they're doing, you kind of you kind of make Hangman kind of look like, hey, you know, thanks for everything, but you're no longer main event talent. And good luck until they do something with them.
but in the
So
same breath,
yeah, but in the same,
the AEW main event scene is very crowded.
that is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
he could elevate like a middle title. Like you could have a Fletcher vs Hangman feud for the TNT title. You know,
See, now that would fucking like I would pay good money to see
and I'm
that.
not gonna lie to you, the TNT title ain't as that prestigious as everyone says it is. It's fucking shit. It's awful. That thing's been booked like fucking shit.
It's not
So
been
they need a bit of
prestigious
prestige.
probably since Cody and Brody Lee were feuding over it, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, that I can admit.
Now
Yeah,
Fletcher's got it. Fletcher's got it. Yeah, that's a good name to have on it because he's a fighting guy. He'll put on good matches, but he can't do it by himself. You know, so he will need
Yes.
people like him on there.
see, here's the thing when it comes to mid card titles, which is why I kind of get upset whenever I see any more mid card titles popping up. You got to make them feel just as important as your world titles. You know, like you want those. Like, there's a reason that we're fighting for them. You know, like that's why I kind of got upset when I saw like multiple mid card titles being created by WWE. I was like, guys, come on! Like you're barely pushing the U.S. title and the IC title as it is now. Like you got to make
They
those
are now.
titles feel, yeah, like they are now. But what I'm saying is like you gotta make those titles feel wanted. Like you want everyone to go after those. Like yeah, they want to be world champion, but you want those mid card titles to feel like, all right, I want those.
Relevant.
If I can't get the main one, I want that one.
If
You know.
anything, the US title on SmackDown has probably been the thing people look forward to the most every week these days. You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Hangman's going to disappear for a little while, though. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I think he's going to take a bit of time off, and then he'll come back and be like, I have to reassess my future now. And then it'll be obviously tag team titles, mid card
A lot,
titles, whatever he's
yeah,
got to do.
a lot of people think he's going to turn heel and join Swerve.
That could be a direction they do.
That's a
That would be
dangerous duo right
dangerous.
there.
That's dangerous.
We're talking
Dangerous
tag team
and
champions.
unfair.
We're talking tag champions for a year if both of them team up, you know?
For a year. Fuck that.
Dangerous.
Give him the longest reign ever. Fuck it. Ain't no one beating.
But yeah, I think MJF might need some time off too.
Nope.
Yeah.
I think it'll take a
Tony's
few
gonna be like,
weeks.
"Get your ass here. You're wrestling." And MJF's gonna be like, "Fuck you, no."
Yeah, for the fucking shit that MJF has been handling from that Texas death match, he needs that damn break.
Oh, MJF's been
No,
there
fuck
like
that.
every
He's
week to
fine.
build up to Revolution.
He's fine. He can keep going.
I don't think they're going to leave him off Dynasty, though, to be honest. Or Dynasty, you know?
I don't
Well,
think they can, but then they'd have to, get a feud going quite quick.
Although I'm not
It's on
gonna lie,
April.
it did make me happy with MJF's gear last night because I saw
Yeah, he
I
wore
saw his
tight.
gear.
It was weird.
He wore the Terry Funk.
The thing is, though, that's what I noticed as well. Is like he's wearing tights so like can be,
But no, I mean, listen, you got to give credit to both Hangman and MJF. They delivered. They delivered a 5-star match. I don't care. Listen, I already know one old, arrogant, fucking prick reporter who's probably going to be like, "Oh, that's a 3-star match. That's a 4."
I'd say it was a 5.25 to 5.5 out push. They're going to break the scale again.
I give it 6.
And yeah, he's only 30 years old. There you go.
Indeed.
Reporter apparently this past week, and he made a comment or the previous week, and he made a comment that was very true. In which he said that if he left AEW, the company dies. And I think that's very true after what.
Yeah, I mean,
happened
everyone
last
knows
night.
that.
After what happened last night, it's very true.
I don't think it dies like straight away, but they can't replace it.
It'd be a slow, painful death.
We obviously can't.
Yeah.
But I mean, MJF's been doing interviews all flipping month saying, yeah, I'm an AEW guy, I ain't leaving, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you in the Rumble next year, bro.
Yep.
Don't play those games. I can read you like a book.
So, now that we're off, and by the way, just because I know Payne's gonna
Also,
make
Leo Rush looks weird.
Yeah, Leo Rush.
Leo Rush looks weird.
That fucking guy. Gets in the ring.
It was like a dog chasing a cat.
Yeah, it was like, what the fuck is he doing?
He's been doing that alter ego character sort of thing on the indies sometimes, but he doesn't do it all the time. You know, it's like the Black Heart Leo Rush or whatever he calls it.
I gave Tony Khan praise last night too.
Which by the way, I'm glad they let you out of the insane asylum early. I think that's great. I mean, just.
Now, when I saw he made that comment this morning on Twitter, I was like, somebody admit him to a hospital and get his pulse checked, because Jesus Christ.
Dude, I had to check the ground. And I was like, oh, hell froze over. Look what happened.
Sorry to hit.
Hey, what can I say? No one does pay-per-view like AEW, except for World End, because that was awful.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They needed
pay-per-views are great. The weekly shows are
other than the C2 stuff, that was pretty you know.
That's what I was saying last night. I'm like, I was able to sit and enjoy an AEW show. It's a shame I can't enjoy their shows weekly.
So Tony, you better get on that.
It's just typical AEW. Though. They put on a good show one time and then they mess up the next one.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not enjoying WWE these days either, but it's just easier to watch because it's on Netflix.
But also with AEW, so obviously they put on a good show and then they mess up that week. It's because Tony Khan gets too cocky, saying, "Oh, we put on a great show. Let's now take the piss and have MJF lose in 2 minutes."
Great show. We always put on a great show. Okay, listen, AEW Dynamite on this channel. It's always great. Tony, what kind of water are you drinking? Listen, that's not the pace. AEW delivered.
Yeah. Tony, how are you today? AEW had a great show tonight. We had some amazing wrestling. Yeah.
I almost killed our main stars, but yeah, I mean, we're doing great.
Also, I do want to complain though. There was, because it is me, and as much as I give Tony Khan praise, I do have to, shout at him too. There were some matches last night that had blood that did not need blood. There's too much blood on AEW matches, and is not needed because it defeats the purpose of having blood in matches. A one-on-one singles match with no weapons involved. Explain to me, how are you going to bleed?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, besides blading.
The death match having blood, fine, makes perfect sense.
They blade all the time. It's not a secret, but
I'm not asking how they bleed, Noble. I'm asking, how does a one-on-one match just have blood randomly, but then the next one-on-one match has no blood? I
think that AEW does some things that are kind of over the top, kicking out at one, the multiple table spots, blood all over the place. Like, blood once in a while is exciting because you're like, oh, they're really going at it.
We had blood on Friday on Smackdown. When's the last time we had blood on WWE TV?
I don't know, honestly.
Well, speaking of SmackDown,
it made the blood we got on Friday. It made it more it made the segment look better because we haven't had blood in a long time. We had blood in 3 or 4 matches last night. No one cares.
Yeah, like bleeding every once in a while is entertaining, but like when you're doing blood every single fucking show, it kind of defeats the purpose of the
Excessive.
excitement level. Because WCW used to
It-
do that too, where it was like every match had a stipulation, and every match had a fucking.
There was blood in the Young Bucks match, and I see CMW saying, yeah, they were literally slipping because there was blood on the ring mat.
Come on, man.
Match. It's just like unnecessary.
If the match calls for blood, cool. If it doesn't need it, you don't have it. Like
If it's
Takeshita
John
was
Moxley,
Moxley.
yes.
Well, no, but Takeshita Moxley had blood, but it wasn't Moxley bleeding.
Oh my god, that's a surprise.
But I'm like,
Again, I'm saying
Takeshita
this because I didn't actually watch the show anyway. So
it's a normal one-on-one match. So tell me, why was blood necessary in a normal one-on-one match
Well,
with
let
no
me
weapons
tell
involved?
you, I have no idea.
And
He's
then
completely
the kicking out at one from finishers. Every wrestling company does it, and I fucking hate it. It defeats the purpose of finishers, and there's no point of having finishers if you're going to kick out of them at one, or if you're going to kick out of them about 7 times in a match.
Well, hold on,
It's
hold
called
on, hold on.
Hey, what do you think?
That one I can kind of defend. Like not every single
There you
match,
go.
but like once in a while, like he's trying to show like he's.
Oh, there was about fucking 4 matches yesterday that had kickouts from one finisher. Kickouts from finishers at one.
Well, no, I'm not defending like it every match, but what I'm saying is like every once in a while is okay, not every single fucking. You know.
But if you
Yeah,
do
the kick
about
out.
8 finishes, if you do 8 finishes in a match, right? Then
Yeah,
you've
that should be
proven
it.
7 times already that you've proven 7 times that move is not going to finish the match. So how does it finish it the 8th time, but not the first 7 times?
Well, yeah, that part I get. Yeah.
Hey,
I
To
don't
be
get
fair,
it.
there should have been some discussion where, because it only happened in 2 of the matches to kick out 1. But if Moxley and Takeshita are going to do it first, you probably shouldn't do it after them. You know?
Yeah,
The Young
even
Bucks-
the first match of the
There
night.
was a kick out at 1 from the Young Bucks match too.
Listen, like
Okay,
when
but
Kenny,
the only one that
like when
felt
Kenny and
warranted,
Will
the only one
do
that
it,
felt warranted.
like when Kenny and
The
Will
only
do it,
one-
it's exciting. But like when you're doing it all
No,
over.
Kenny
the
and Will
motherfucking
did
place-
it. Kenny and Will did it because, not being funny, but Will used the one when Angel out of spite to Omega, and Omega kicking out of 1 him because it's his own finisher makes a lot of sense because like it's my move, you're not going to beat me with it.
Yeah,
So-
that's like rubbing salt in the wound, kind of.
No, that
I
was
just want
Ospreay
them
trying to
to
rub
use-
salt in the wounds, and Kenny said, "Fuck that shit, I ain't doing that."
I don't mind you kicking out of finishers like once or twice, but when you do it 3 or more times, then it makes the finisher pointless. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you on that. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Just
Big time WWE main events have been very guilty of it in the past as well.
Do it, yeah, I'm saying every wrestling company does it. They do it all the fucking time. It's annoying.
so we gotta we gotta talk about WWE because a lot of shit happened there too. But obviously,
That was alright, wasn't it?
the results from that is Ross and Liam are the Wrestle Arc champions.
I would have won if Paige won.
Yeah.
And in the spirit of Gay Kid, I say fuck Ross Blocks being champion because he's a part-timing asshole while I'm here almost every week.
You were not here last night. Don't you dare go there.
Well, yeah, because I was asleep. What about it?
Told that one.
I'm no longer the Wrestle
Hey,
Arc
by
champion.
the way,
My reign deserves to be longer.
CMW just brought up something. He says, "Scenes when Cody kicks out 1 after a pump kick. You know it's gonna happen.
If that happens, I swear to God,
That would be
turn it
fucking
off.
hilarious.
Whether it's 1 or 2, he's kicking out of a pump kick, and that makes that move then absolutely pointless. And
Well-
Randy should never use it again.
Well, speaking of Cody and Randy, Randy's heel again.
Really?
And he
He
fucked
fucking
him
obliterated
up.
Cody. Nobody might.
But you can
Cody,
see this
In a way,
segment
it's
was
Cody's fault because he told Randy Randy said there was supposed to be two sitting there, and Cody was like, "Yeah, I'm here to like save you or whatever," and he was like, "Take your best shot," and then he did.
Yeah, he
No,
took his
you could
best
see
shot,
you could see
right?
that you could see the way they were telling the story throughout the segment. You could see Randy was fighting against his instincts the whole time, and then eventually it just suddenly happened. Smashes his head off the table. Then they go to the outside, and then that's when all the carnage with the announce table happens, and then Randy smashes him with the steel steps, puts him on the table, rips his shirt open, and all the rest of that, bloodies him up because one of the steel set shots obviously did it, apparently.
Randy
And
won the
then
title.
Randy looks like he's going to leave. All the officials are out there, and then he comes back with the chest and then smacks the steel steps because doesn't matter what angle you watch it from, he smacked the steps, not Cody's head.
And he
But then, he gets that very same chair, sits in the ring, puts the WWE title in his lap, and creates one of the hardest shots in WWE history in recent times.
It was a cool
Sitting there
shot.
looking like a menacing freak. And I'm just saying, if Randy doesn't sit like that in every promo he has when he's WWE champion, what's the point?
Yeah.
Well, now that we're here,
But Randy's as a heel is so fucking cool. Like,
And
come
people, obviously, he was getting cheered too, but apparently WWE knows he's going to get cheered and they don't care.
well, not being funny, Randy Orton, I feel like everyone's been wanting him to turn heel pretty much since he returned at Survivor Series in
Yes.
2023. So
I wanted him to
People
come
are
out
like,
with
why won't they
voices.
turn Cody heel? If you can't figure out why they won't turn Cody heel, then you're done.
Cody's the poster boy. They ain't gonna fucking.
Why do you think they didn't turn John Cena heel for 20 years?
I mean, look what happened during that.
because he makes them money. That's why.
Actually, now Cody's useless now. He's not top merch seller anymore. Turn him heel.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of the top merch seller, he
But
comes
yeah,
in a minute.
Cody's dead. Randy is psycho. And this match, I think this match needs a stipulation on it, but it probably won't get one. But I also said though, a serious Cody Rhodes is the best Cody Rhodes.
I feel like Randy Orton will bring that side out of him.
Yeah. He'll bring that side out of Cody, a serious Cody Rhodes and a heel Randy Orton. Cody has a way with the mic too, so he'll get the crowd back on his side. He did it against Cena. So it's like a what am I trying to say? A heel Cody and a heel Randy and a serious Cody is the way to go.
Delivers.
But I do hope Cody gets absolutely bullied.
See, and this is the thing I was trying to tell Peyton last week. He doesn't understand it. When you add in the history between these two guys, and yet you add in the factor of, okay, Randy's heel, and you go babyface Cody, and you know damn well that those two are going to deliver on the mic. They're going to bring up every single little thing that they've had in the past. They're going to go balls to the wall with it.
And the match is going to be good.
Yeah, and you know damn well that they're going to
regardless.
attack one another. They're going to make it as brutal as possible until Mania. It's going to deliver. It's going to deliver. It's going to deliver more than a fatal 4-way.
I mean, honestly, seeing that shot of Cody being bloodied told me that karma is a bitch.
You're a fake wrestling fan.
In what way?
How is karma a bitch? That's a song.
Karma's a bitch. I sure know.
Anyway. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
Popped in my head.
Song I got. That's stupid popular song, yeah.
But in the last 3 Manias, Cody's been a part of the 3 big heel turns.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Rock, John Cena, and Randy Orton.
Yep.
So who's next? CM Punk next year, right?
No, CM Punk's gonna get killed. Okay, he's done.
Well, he might get killed tonight.
Oh no, Larry's getting buried again.
I don't think Roman should talk to him tonight. I think Roman should just beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely for sure gonna beat the fucking crap
Nah,
out of
they're like,
CM Punk.
Roman, they'll be like, Roman, we want you to get physical now. You got to pay me extra for that, bro. I'm just talking.
See,
But yeah, no, Randy Cody will be good. A lot of people are still complaining about it. I mean, I get it, right? Because Drew kind of got screwed, not gonna lie. But Randy Orton was Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk versus Roman Reigns are probably two of the biggest. Well, they are the two biggest matches WWE can give you, and WrestleMania is the biggest party of the year, the biggest show, you know. And it's like you want your big matches on that show. So
hey, who's Toby?
I don't know why people are so critical about it.
Hey, Toby, thank you for your opinion, but fuck off. We need
Oh
Punk.
yeah, I
We
agree
need
with it.
we need Punk
I
on the
agree
screen
with
so that way Roman can bury him. Okay, just chill.
I agree with it.
He'll be off it soon. Just relax.
Yeah, Drew was filming Highlander after Mania, but if they were gonna see, here's the thing: Drew was never supposed to win the title. I don't think people seem to get that through their thick heads. You know, he was never supposed to be champion, and they only did it because the Drew crybabies cried, and
oh, now we have Drew
Yeah.
crybaby.
and then obviously Cody wanted to drop it to him at WrestlePalooza, and Triple H told Cody no, and I'm like, Triple H told Cody no, he has some balls on him, and now they let him drop it to him in the match he lost it in. And then they kind of, they ruined it then because they gave him a title reign, and the end goal was Cody always getting it back.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you here. Drew is a fantastic wrestler. Okay, the dude deserves to be champion, no doubt about it. But you gotta understand, like, there's plans in place here. Like, you gotta understand the business. You know, you gotta understand that side of it. See, that's the problem. Wrestling fans always think with their heart; they don't think with their brains. This is the problem. Like,
We have
like,
brains.
yeah, like I would love to sit here and be, I would love to sit here and be like, oh yeah, Punk is gonna fucking obliterate Roman. No, that ain't gonna happen. Roman's gonna kill him. Okay, no, let's be for real here.
I just created something now, haven't I?
Yeah, you did. Look what you did. Here the fuck we go.
Babies.
Here the fuck we go.
I'm one of them Drew crybabies.
See, the problem is WWE is looking at this now from a business standpoint. You gotta give, like, yes, you gotta give people what they want, and what people want is a big time match at Mania. Hello, Cody versus Randy, big time match. History there, title on the line. Randy turning heel. I mean, come on. You got to think with the brain here a little bit.
Yep,
Drew is fine. Drew will win multiple world titles. Okay, he's gonna. I don't care what anyone says. He's gonna. He will have a long title reign here soon. Everyone just chillax. But Jesus
I
Christ.
think he moves to Raw, to be honest, after Mania.
I think he does too. But I feel like he would fit in better over there. Because then he can kill Punk weekly. But yeah, I mean, like, people just got to start using their brains here a little bit. Like, look, Drew will be fine. Drew will be fine in the long run. But I mean, how many times are we? I mean, how much longer are we gonna have Randy for?
About 10 years, he said.
Yeah, okay. Randy, I love you, but with the way your back,
it's what he said.
With Randy, I love you, but with the way your back keeps fucking giving out, I don't know, son. I don't know.
You got it surgically repaired so that it wouldn't give out.
Yeah. Wrestling fans will always complain. Yeah, they will.
Listen, that's the problem with wrestling fans. Is we could sit here and be like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever," and yet someone will still find a way to bitch about it.
But the thing
I'm going to tell you, right? 2 seconds. The original plan for WrestleMania was Cody Randy 3. Not Cody Randy, Roman Cody 3, right? And, I mean, I wanted it. It's going to happen whether people want it or not. But I don't think it should have happened at Mania. That was the original plan. They changed from it because they know people are going to get mad about it. And now they're mad about giving them something they want. Like, honestly, pick a side.
It wasn't a case of that, actually. It was a case of that, but it's also just to avoid the audience fatigue argument, which has been brewing around WWE for some time, with Cody being WWE champion twice for over a year. And then, obviously, then you hotshot it to Drew, and don't get me wrong, do I think they booked his reign the best they possibly could? Not really. But then that's because they always had this transitional period in mind where it's going to go from Drew back to Cody just to get to Cody versus Randy. But then you think about the business side of things, again, as Radio has been pointing out. Cody versus Randy, of course, is going to appeal to the hardcore audience, but when you think about WrestleMania, sometimes people watch wrestling once a year and it will be WrestleMania, but then you also have your casuals who come in for your bigger events, like your Royal Rumbles, your WrestleManias, your SummerSlams, your Survivor Series. This match has been put together for those two audience groups. Same with CM Punk and Roman. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're not 4 names because, well, not only are they promoted as the biggest 4 in the company, which realistically they are, but then it's also a case of, again, they're trying to attract the casual and once a year audience,
And the audience that have left, they want them to come back.
Yeah.
And then again, like as Radio also pointed out, the history between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Now that Randy Orton's turned heel, Cody Rhodes back in the day has seen what a heel Randy Orton is like in up close, being by his side in the legacy. But obviously, by the time 2009 came around, where Randy Orton was at the peak of his heel powers.
Listen, Randy
it's
was
like
punting Stephanie McMahon in the head and making out with her. All right, he was.
Stacy Keibler was one of the first to receive that for years.
Yeah.
He broke into Triple H's house.
No,
When Triple H
broke
told him
into
to get the
his
fuck
house.
out of his house, mate,
Oh,
Triple H
same
broke
thing.
into his house and threw him out a window.
Brandy Rose, though, should stay away.
Yeah, there's no need for Brandy Rhodes.
Brandy. And by the way, yes, CMW, I know you're talking about that photo that I posted earlier. I'm not talking about Cody's dog getting punted by... I mean, come on.
It is heel Randy.
Animal cruelty.
I mean, Pharaoh's
Yeah, but
old.
you
I feel
think
like
you think Randy's gonna punt a
write him
dog?
off.
It's Randy
No.
Orton Radio. He's a heel.
Oh yeah, good point.
If anything,
You think when Randy's in that mindset, do you think when Randy's in that mindset, he uses his head?
No.
No.
Well, actually, yeah, because he listens to the voices. That's the problem.
yeah,
I
but
don't think he
that's the
does.
problem.
I just think he does what he does.
That's the problem, though. When you've got multiple voices in your head, you don't have one brain anymore. You have multiple in one head. It's not good.
I just thought of something funny. Like the voices that are in Randy's head.
What?
Can you imagine there's one that's just like it doesn't even have anything to do with wrestling? Like all his voices like, yes, punt him, do it, get rid of him, do it. And one of them's just like, what do you want for dinner?
Did I leave the stove on?
I'm thinking cheeseburger. Will you focus?
And then,
All right.
then he confuses them, and he ends up punting Brandy because, well, no, his wife. What's his wife's name?
Kim.
He's like,
Yep.
he confuses those two voices. So then he listens to the one about dinner, and then he listens about the one punting, and he confuses them. So he ends up punting her while she's cooking dinner.
He says to her, "Look what you made me do." By the way, we do not condone abusive relations or spousal abuse. Do not do that. If you do that, you're a cunt. Anyway, but the point is,
So Randy Orton is allowed.
But yeah, I mean, look, again, these two are going to deliver at Mania. Everyone just watch the fucking match and shut up. Like we get
That's
it.
the thing. The people that complain about it, right? They're the same people that's like, I'm not gonna watch. Yes, you are.
Yeah, and then guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna go to Twitter and they're gonna be like, "That was the best match I've seen them."
It's the same with Roman and Punk.
There is one thing I would like to not really complain about, but it's just like an observation.
Yes.
Oh,
So, do not decapitate me for this.
I will.
But all the five,
Let me get my sword ready.
all the 5 matches confirmed for WrestleMania so far are 1-on-1, and it's like, are we gonna have any
I have
variety?
something to say about that.
Can we have some variety, please?
Yes. So WrestleVote on Fightful said Penta is scheduled to defend his title in a multi-man match at Mania.
Cool.
That's one. Obviously, we'll have tag matches.
I mean, Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu is going to be one-on-one, so that's 6 one-on-ones.
Well, we'll get one multi-man. I think they could do both mid-card titles multi-man, to be honest. The women's tag titles are going to be multi thing.
Yep.
Because that's the way they're building it.
I think if they're going to do multi-man matches for both the men's mid-card belts, maybe have Penta's one be a ladder match, because that'll be way more fun. Penta in a ladder match.
Do you think the tag titles are going to be up for grabs? Or?
Yeah, probably. It looks like it's going to be the Vision.
Logan Paul, Austin Theory, the Usos.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about the SmackDown ones too, because there's.
And I don't know. I could see Solo facing Uncle Howdy, to be honest.
I want to know what's going on with Motor City Machine Guns, because apparently they had a
fighting.
Yeah.
Alex Shelley's going to defect. Alex Shelley's going to defect to Johnny Gargano, and then Chris Sabin's just going to be left by himself.
Chris Sabin by himself is actually quite good, though. To be fair.
Yeah, he had a great.
Yeah, out of the two of them, I'd rather Chris Sabin be by himself.
Yeah. And then you can have Alex Shelley and Johnny be a team, and then you can call them DI Machine Guns. DI Machine Guns.
DIY Machine Guns.
DIY Machine Guns.
Do it yourself machine guns. The only machine guns for you. Build it yourself.
But Liam, if Motor City Machine Guns break up, you don't get to hear their music anymore.
Yeah, I don't get to say Breaking Piss.
Yeah. Put Sabin in the US title picture or the IC title picture, he'd be fine.
Yeah. So just two quick things to talk about from SmackDown. Number one, well, actually three. Number one being the Jade Cargill Rhea Ripley feud continues to build up some.
I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm just gonna say it. I don't give a shit. Rhea Ripley ain't fucking doing as much better than Jade Cargill's doing in this field either. People are acting like, oh yeah, Jade's all this, Jade's shit, Jade can't do this, Jade can't do that. Bro, Rhea's promos are fucking shit too.
Yeah, I would say Rhea's not doing so. Yeah.
The whole feud's fucking shit.
I
think the match will be fine. I think the match will be fine. But the build is just meh.
The problem with that is because they've made the premise and the concept around their physiques being the basis of the feud. That's a lazy, boring concept. Who cares what they look like? Yes, they're both jacked. So what? What's the deeper layers to this? Where's the nitty gritty? Not the fucking, oh, we get it. They're both fucking jacked as shit. But why do we need that?
Yeah, literally.
So again, that's not really their fault. They've just been handed shit
it's
material.
Not, but I'm just saying people say Jade is like shit, but I'm like, Rhea isn't.
Yeah, that's like Rhea's not.
She's not adding much to it with the way she's being booked either.
Yeah,
you know?
No, she's not.
I think Rhea's doing the best she can. Normally, she's a fantastic mic worker, you know. But then when you give them both,
do better.
When you give them something as shallow as oh, look at how fucking jacked we are. That's going to make everything boring, you know. It's just.
I think the match will be fine. I was having this argument with people because I like to argue with people. I don't know if you know this.
No, really? Really? You could have fucking fooled me there, son.
I thought you were the most civil, kind, caring person when it comes to getting your point across. But oh my goodness me, this is news to me. I'm not being a kiss ass. I'm being sarcastic.
I forgot what I was going to say now.
My default setting. It's in my bloodline. It runs in my veins. It's in my genes. It's my DNA.
Oh, he's part of the bloodline now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Samoan now.
I was having this argument, right? And I know, listen, I know people are going to disagree with me, but quite frankly, I don't care, right? Jade Cargill, since coming to WWE, has improved. Now, I was having an argument with people, and I was like, did you watch her in AEW? They were like, no. I'm like, you can't comment then. If you have not watched her in AEW, you can't comment if she's improved or not. If you did, you can, and she has. She's improved mic-wise and in the ring. She's not where she should be. I'm not saying she's the best thing since sliced bread, because Ice Cream is. But still, she has still improved. Okay, she's improved a lot since her AEW days, and I know people will disagree with that. that if you didn't watch AEW, you can't say shit. So don't argue with me if you didn't watch the product, okay? Thank you for coming to my pep talk.
The Aled ice cream bar.
TED Talk. Pep
Pep
Talk's
talk.
like a G. TED Talk's more like a serious discussion
Yeah,
around
I
a
was
topic.
geeing people up, okay? But still, I have a point though, I think.
Yeah, I think you do as well. Like, not being funny, if you look at her whole 512-day reign or wherever it was as TBS champion, about half of that time was spent squashing local talent or people on the roster who weren't of the physical prowess of Jake Cargill or in the same standing on the card. So out of the time in AW over the TBS title, I'd argue she probably only had like one or two feuds, and I can't even remember who they were with. But I just says a lot about how the TBS title reign of Jake Cargill was booked. So
I think she's improved mic-wise and she's improved in the ring. Like I said, not where she should be. She should get a lot better. But compared to how she was in AEW, she has gotten better, and I think her match with Rhea will be fine.
Yeah, I do as well. It'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
And Rhea Ripley's in there, so the match will always be good.
Jake Cargill's in good hands with Rhea in terms of in-ring match quality.
The build might not live up, but the match is gonna be fucking.
No, they really need to change the whole premise about it being how physically impressive they are. They need to, because if they keep running with that, it's just gonna get very boring.
But then again, Rhea did say that she's that bitch now, so they might be changing it to who the bigger bitch is.
I mean, Rhea can. I don't know if you've seen Rhea Ripley as a heel. She can be a colossal bitch. Okay.
She is.
You don't want to go there, Jade. Is Jade still training with Liv? I don't know, but she's training in the Performance Center, so she's working with the best.
One has returned.
Hello. Did you hear my? Did you hear my TED talk?
Yes.
Of course not.
Damn.
Bitch. Anyway, so the next thing we got here that I want to talk about is the women's tag team title picture here, because it seems the Irresistible Forces, Bliss and Flair, and now the Bellas are spicing this thing up here.
I think Bailey and Laura will get added to that too.
Alexa Bliss and Charlotte probably.
All those saying to the Bellas to stay retired. Shut up.
Yeah, I was having an argument with someone the other day about this. Again, I like to argue with people if you didn't know.
No way.
They were saying the Bellas should have won. I'm like, the tag titles wasn't around when they were a team, And as much as people don't like the Bellas, I'm not gonna lie, Nikki more than Brie, but still, both of them, the women's division wouldn't be where it is now without them. And I think they deserve to hold the titles at least once. It doesn't need to be a long reign, but I think they deserve to hold them.
Hell, you could do the. I mean, obviously this wouldn't happen, but I mean, you could do the whole. They win it on Mania, like night one, and then do it the whole Raw after Mania bullshit. But even then, that might be too short. At least give them a paper.
I just think they deserve to hold them, and people are going to say they don't because they don't like them. But I'm like, bro, the women's division wouldn't be where it is without them. So
no, that I can agree with. I mean, they are one
Nikki
of the main.
More than Brie. Nikki more than Brie.
Well, I mean, they're both. I mean, they're both part of that main picture of when the women's division shifted from divas and all that other shit.
Yeah, so I think they deserve to hold them.
So the last thing I want to talk about from SmackDown is this fucking guy named Danhausen, because he
Cursed this again.
He gee, thanks, Noble. Yeah, he cursed the Miz again, and then Miz got knocked down by Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll cuts better promos than half the roster, by the way.
Are they building something with Jelly Roll?
Looks like it'll be a tag match.
Miz and Kit Wilson versus Jelly Roll and
Danhausen.
Oh my god.
Royce Keys.
Oh, Royce Keys, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Jellyhausen.
Royce.
That's the thing. Like the curse will be, Miz will probably think, "Oh, I'll face Danhausen," and Danhausen's like
Jelly
big guy, you know, big guy.
Let me introduce to
Yeah,
you,
that's
Roll
Keith.
Keys.
Vice
guy.
Keithhausen.
Big. Sure, why not?
Vice Keithhausen.
Then Royce Keys will turn heel.
The Miz went down the weight route with Jellyville too.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Should
leave
not
Jelly
do
alone.
that,
Just 'cause
considering
he
how
lost
hard he's
weight.
worked.
He lost 250 pounds, man. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's a baller.
Leave the
Shocking.
guy alone.
He's a
Yeah,
baller.
he tried to take Roll's weight
So
loss.
yeah, it looks like it'll be Miz and Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson actually getting a WrestleMania match.
Oh, fucking great.
I love that.
If you guys want a piss break match, there you go. There it is, right there. It's a plan.
Well, I'll have a piss break match for that one, the Cody match, and the Punk match.
There you go.
So both main events.
Yeah.
I'll just tunes out. He doesn't
I'll
watch
come back.
main events.
I'll
He's
come
like,
back
fuck
for the
this.
pins. I'll come back for the
Well,
pins
just-
though when Handy and Roman win. I'll come back for those.
Let's see.
Pro Wrestling guy says Hamilton.
All right. I'm gonna move quick through this one so that way we can get through the Raw stuff for tonight. So I want to talk about Raw from last week. It'll fucking load. Punk got pretty much taken down by the Usos because he refused to apologize.
Yeah.
Seth came out with multiple masked men, including one fat one.
I think that one was Seth.
That was.
fat-
Okay. Yeah, that whole misdirection thing was literally dog shit. I'm sorry. I'm just like, what is this?
Seth is technically still not cleared though, so they had to, make it look. I don't know. He tried to explain it himself. I don't know what he said. But
Bailey became the number one contender for the IC title, which is what's happening tonight between her and AJ. Speaking of IC titles, Danhausen cursed the original El Grande Americano on Raw, which led to the fake one, the bitch one, taking on Penta for the IC title. Penta retained. Balor finally got turned on by Judgment Day after Balor
Lord,
said, your dad was right. You are nothing but a spoiled little brat. And it led to
Bailey
some
also
shoving.
did wrestle on AAA. Yeah, that is true actually.
She did, yeah. Which, by the way, a new AAA title, which is very shiny.
Shiny. By the way, talking about Finn, I think we all agree on this. Well, I don't know if we do, but if we don't, you should. I think Roxanne should join Finn.
Yes.
yes.
If she goes right back to the Judgment Day, that's some bullshit.
That's Finn Balor is a learning tree she needs to be under.
Yeah.
I am the learning tree. I am the
Shut up.
learning tree.
Oh,
You will.
And also,
I'm the learning demon.
I'm just gonna say it right now. WWE want the demon at Mania. So Dominic is fucked because the demon is coming to haunt him and hunt him and beat him and bully him and demonize him.
Yes. Let's see what else here. Kofi tried to offer Javon a spot in the New Day. Stephanie.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know where they're going with that.
I don't know either. Stephanie says that I see more in you than you do, which is weird. Maxine Dupree beat the shit out of Natty.
Oba and Rusev had a match.
Yep. Oba and Rusev had a match in which Oba fucking won.
Either way, the height Oba picked Rusev up at. Jesus Christ.
And then
God's sakes.
And then the World Tag Team Champion Usos came out. They got right in Punk's face saying he needs to apologize. That they were friends. And, Punk did the handshake saying, I apologize. And then he was like, I apologize. Roman treated you guys like trash, all that here.
I think Mania's going to end with Roman and the Usos. I think the Mania's going to end with Roman and the Usos holding up their titles side by side in the ring. I think they're going to do like a baby face. They're going to do a baby face one.
Baby face.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the heel? Is Punk
No,
the
they'll
heel?
do a baby face bloodline thing. Listen.
No, but what I'm saying is like.
What? What are you saying?
Actually, that wait.
I'm not talking about the match.
No, but what I'm talking about is like for the match, who's the heel?
Well, Punk, obviously, you've heard what he said.
Oh yeah. I forgot. I'm still mad at him. Fuck you, Punk.
Oh, I don't think he's.
Roman
I don't
can
think
be
he's. I don't think he's a heel. I don't think he's a heel. I think he's just playing the tweener home.
Still mad at Punk.
But I think they'll do a babyface bloodline run with Roman and the Usos.
I mean, honestly, I want it. My whole thing is I just don't want WWE reverting back to the bloodline as the only option.
That is the only option.
I mean, they got all
bloodline is superior.
Well, I mean, come on, like we're just gonna run it back with the bloodline again. We're gonna go another 2 or 3 years with Roman with the title and.
No, he's not going to hold it for years, is he? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the bloodline's going to come back, and they're going to be babyface.
No, I know that's not what you're saying. I'm just saying, I'm.
Bloodline is best for business, exactly.
No, I know it's best for
and then
business.
You add Danhausen to it, and you get Bloodlinehausen.
Oh my fucking god! I need that. I need that to happen. I need Danhausen to just pop out of nowhere, and he's like, "Ooh, hello."
And it's Romanhausen and the Usos.
I think Roman would just look at him and just laugh in his face.
Listen, I know that back in the day you used to have a wise man. Well, guess what? I am a wise man. I can help you.
Now he's a wise demon.
To be fair, he probably would be. He would probably be more useful than Paul because he can actually curse people.
Oh my god! Can you imagine? Roman's like, "Get this fool out of here," and he's like, "Oh, fool, huh? Well, you've been man. Shut your ass up. Get out of here."
Kick him in the face.
The Usos just fucking get rid of him before the curse happens. Everyone's like, "Oh."
No, he says the 2 words "you are," and then he gets kicked in the mouth, so it doesn't finish.
You are kicked.
We should be booking that.
But yeah, no, Raw tonight though is going to be good. 316 day. Now Stone Cold's been on Twitter being like, "I'm not going to be there." Stone Cold's basically said he's not going to be there. I mean, I don't think he'll be there. There was conversations that he would be there, but then again, if he is there, he wouldn't say he's going to be there anyway, would he? So.
Yeah. So the preview for Raw tonight is, besides Roman showing up on the show, Brock Lesnar showing up.
Also, they said that Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania path will be revealed tonight.
Honestly, it's a pretty good card tonight. AJ Lee versus Bayley for the women's IC title. Stephanie.
That's a Mania match in itself.
Stephanie Vaquer battles Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh, good.
El Grande Americano goes up against the original El Grande Americano.
If he makes it to the ring.
Which, by the way,
that match is rated as wet dream.
No, you listen to me. The original is the best one. This fucking guy, this tall little asshole who needs to go back to being, the fucking mouthpiece for Gunther here, needs to fuck off. Okay?
Hang on a minute. You're just making assumptions now.
You're just making assumptions as to the identity of both El Grande and Americanos by extension.
How do you know that is who you said it is?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Are you fucking kidding me?
By the way, Raider, CMW said the original sucks.
Oh, I am gonna fucking... That's it.
Toby said hopefully we get rid of that fake OG today.
Hey guys.
You
if you guys don't know about our second thing, make sure you guys tune in Tuesday because trust me, CMW is gonna have a fucking hell of a surprise. Trust me, you'll love it.
Anyways, back to it. Why are you making assumptions, Radio?
Dude, fuck this cunt. We all know who the fuckers are underneath those masks. We don't know who the original is though. The original confuses the shit out of me.
Sorry. Yeah.
OG is a fake. People are saying OG is a fake. These guys are.
Why does everyone like
You're
Ludwig
pissing
and
radio off,
fucking El Grande? Why don't
people.
they want Ludwig?
Okay, but in all seriousness, I do agree with Radio. This gimmick does need to be dropped sooner now rather than later.
Not for Chad. Not for the original. The original could stay. The other one.
No, they'll probably do a Maximus match at Mania, and then I think the OG will lose, and we get Chad Gable back, and then the one that Ludwig is playing will stay.
And then we got Maxine Dupree taking on Natalia tonight as well.
Oh, she's gonna die.
Yeah, that Natty's going to destroy Maxine.
Natalia is dead.
We're probably gonna get something with Finn and the Judgment Day.
Probably.
It will definitely be the Judgment Day taking out Finn again.
The Judgment Day.
Unless Finn has an impromptu match and then Judgment Day will disappear.
Okay, I'm no longer looking at the chat because honestly, y'all are stupid.
Guys, stop arguing. They're both Okande, okay? If you argue in the chat, you have to spend 4 hours with Peyton. No, just telling them to spend 4 hours with Peyton. They'll stop then.
Considering the reason why he dipped is stupid as well.
Well, I'm not worried about that. All right, so let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh, so boys and girls. I do have a back in wrestling history on this day.
I just want to say quickly, Roman Reigns is scheduled to close Monday Night Raw tonight.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Then you know that means that Dickhead's gonna show up.
So Punk and Roman are gonna close the show. Don't ask me what's starting the show. I don't know, but I'll try and figure it out.
You know what? We get to see AJ Lee back on Raw.
We do not the heel AJ Lee though, because that T1 needs to retire.
Okay, so all right. I don't even know if I should read this one. So this was back in 2020. Monday Night Raw in the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
What the fuck?
There's only one match on the show in which Rey Mysterio defeated Andrade.
Oh, I remember this.
Elsewhere on the shows were shown replays of the Royal Rumble match and how Drew went on to win it. We also see The Undertaker signing a contract for his match against AJ Styles at the upcoming Mania. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin came to the ring in what is the most awkward fucking Stone Cold talking to a bunch of empty seats asking for a hell yeah. Byron Saxton decided it was a good idea to get in the ring with Stone Cold and take a fucking stunner.
Wasn't this the first show in the Performance Center and WWE had no idea what to do?
No, the first one was a SmackDown.
I enjoyed the pandemic era of WWE.
Which, by the way, Becky Lynch was also there to close the show. So it was
I guess it was also quite weird considering they had to fill up 3 hours for something as well. Don't know how they managed to get Stone Cold, but fair play.
By the way,
money.
One last thing, it's also Jordan Devlin's birthday.
JD.
Oh, happy birthday, JD McDonough.
Oh, Finn's definitely gonna beat him up there.
Hey, happy birthday, asshole! Fucking beats the living crap out of him.
By the way, Roman Reigns closes the show. Brock Lesnar kicks off Monday Night Raw.
Oh God! Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I don't think Vegas is ready for what happens when a ruler and a beast meet each other.
Unless you're saying this to swerve us.
I'm not
Also,
swerving you.
as for the on this day in history thing, I didn't like the pandemic era whatsoever, or WWE. There
I
was some
enjoyed
good
it.
stuff in it. There was some good stuff in it. Don't get me wrong, but most of it was just like hard to watch.
I just think, right, when they were cutting promos, they seemed a lot more serious and a lot more focused, and I enjoyed that.
Focus didn't have tens of thousands of people shouting over him.
Yeah, but they should be used to that.
So I know that it's 316 day, and I know that these guys didn't grow up with a lot of Stone Cold moments, but
No, because we're not old.
well, can I give a few Stone Cold moments that were?
Yes, you can.
I mean, let's face it. If it wasn't for Stone Cold, WWE wouldn't be where it is.
Akira Tozawa to accept and get slimed out. Why does everyone think I'm flipping swerving you? Jesus, I ain't swerving you.
Which would be LA Knight. Anyways, ready, carry on.
So obviously, if it wasn't for Stone Cold, The Rock, obviously that whole era. I mean, if it wasn't for those guys, you know, like Stone Cold was one of the major reasons that WWE succeeded during that whole Monday Night Wars with WCW. I do have some favorite moments. Number one being when he drenched The Rock, Vince, and Shane in beer before Mania.
Yeah.
That was one of the most
yeah,
shocking things. He drove a Zamboni down to the ring and fucking beat the shit out of Vince McMahon.
Let me drive these motherfuckers in bear. Hell yeah.
He
This
became
whole Vince McMahon stuff was golden. That was brilliant.
he became Dr. Stone Cold. Oh, I'll take it from here,
Oh,
guys.
that's my favorite thing because I just remember the intro to Raw 1000 had because that remix of the song that tonight is the night we set it off or whatever it goes like, and then the part where it goes do, and then on the final drop is when he smacks him in the head with the bedpan.
The best part about that was when Stone Cold was just punching the cloth and Vince McMahon just screaming his head off. I love that.
Definitely filling Vince McMahon's car with cement. That was shocking.
Cement? Do you mean cement?
Yeah.
Cement.
Yeah.
Cement.
I said it a weird way. Okay, leave me alone.
Yeah, because you read it a weird way.
Shut up, stupid. Anyway, obviously, Stone Cold had some other big moments, including winning the WWE title for the first time. He had the Broken Skull belt. He had so many big moments, but obviously his big time matches were him and The Rock at Mania. It seemed like whenever Mania was around, you had to have those two with a world title or just a plain old match. And obviously, I grew up in an era where Stone Cold was heel, and that was the dumbest fucking decision I've ever seen.
Well, it was like the Stone Cold turn then is what the John Cena turn was. Like it was a moment in time, never thought it'd happen, sort of thing. And then obviously the run afterwards was a colossal failure in terms of business and everything.
I didn't. So here's the thing: Stone Cold got hit by a car. Okay,
Mhm.
which that was one of the most shocking things I've ever seen. He then turns heel, leaves, comes back, and obviously they did the whole Alliance versus WWE thing, in which Stone Cold joined the Alliance, which was fucked. But like, I don't know, like Stone Cold, no matter what, is just a guy that knows how to get a fucking pop. And if you guys don't think that Stone Cold wasn't the man back in the day, there's one match that I want everyone to go to YouTube and watch. Mankind versus The Rock for the WWE title. And I want you guys to get right to the end of that match when fucking Stone Cold comes out and listen to everybody's fucking reaction. And you tell me that guy wasn't the man back in the day.
It was one of the loudest pops.
Except you won't be able to. You know he's there because the pop's loud, but you can't see him because he's wearing a cameo hat.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
He was doing John Cena before John Cena was doing John Cena.
Oh yeah. Wait, I almost forgot one other thing. The time that Vince McMahon thought that Stone Cold was gonna shoot him, and instead it was a fake gun, and he made
Yeah,
Vince
It came out
piss
with
himself.
that bang
a
thing,
fake
didn't it? Yeah.
gun.
Yeah, and he made Vince piss
Yeah.
himself.
Oh, and also Stone Cold's impromptu match at WrestleMania 38.
Which one was that? That was Kevin Owens, wasn't
The Kevin Owens
Yeah.
one.
it? Yeah.
That was, he kind of defied everyone's expectations there, to be fair.
Listen, Stone Cold will always be the GOAT in my eyes. Listen, as much as I want to say John Cena is, and as much as I want, like, if it wasn't for a lot of, like, the old timers, like, yes, lad, you can give me that fucking look, but let's face it. All right, John Cena's, oh yeah, put your fingers in the air for, yeah, whatever. Growing up in the era I did, if you, like, Stone Cold was the guy that Roman Reigns is now. Like, if that makes sense. Like, Stone Cold was like that. Like, everybody wanted him every single week. And, like, I don't know, he just did a lot of fucking crazy shit. Like, he blew up DX's bus.
You know what? I think Stone Cold should stop thinking on the job because he then wouldn't crash his freaking bike into a barricade and hurt a woman. Yeah.
You're mean.
Yeah.
So,
It's true though. He did hurt her
but,
because he was drinking while he was driving his quad bike. Yeah, Stone Cold is not a 17-time champ, so how can he be the GOAT?
because if it wasn't for him, then the GOAT wouldn't fucking exist. And that's the,
Well,
that's the truth.
if it wasn't for Stephanie McMahon, the GOAT wouldn't exist. Actually,
Well, no, because if Stone Cold didn't help with the ratings, then Stephanie and them wouldn't even be
but
in
if it wasn't for
business.
Vince
And
McMahon, Stone Cold wouldn't exist. Mm.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that if they don't win the war, then John Cena
They were
doesn't.
always going to win the scripted, bro.
Not that part. The ratings war that wasn't scripted.
Bro, everything in wrestling is scripted.
That was not scripted. The Monday Night Wars was not
Okay,
scripted.
sure.
How is the Monday Night Wars scripted? It was two separate wrestling
Because
companies, kind of like what WWE and AEW is now.
yeah, and then both shows are scripted, so they were scripted to put on a better show than the other show. I don't know. I mean, calling Stone Cold the GOAT is just idiotic in my mind, but you know, that's your opinion and you're allowed it.
You mean to tell me Stone Cold isn't a GOAT?
Not the GOAT, no.
No, I'm saying he's one of the GOATs.
No, you said he's the GOAT.
In my eyes, yeah.
Okay, I mean, you're allowed to say that, but you didn't say that at that point. You said he is the GOAT. You didn't say
Yeah, but you know I have a trouble
in your
wording shit most of the time. You know that.
Yeah, but you're old. That's why. Stop being old.
Yeah, I wish I could.
People calling you high. People calling you high in the chat.
Yeah, and then again, these are guys that probably started watching wrestling like what?
Well, one of them didn't start watching wrestling until like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So shut the fuck up.
I mean, obviously Stone Cold's amazing. I love Stone Cold. He is bold. That is like the main thing about him. But I don't think he is the GOAT in my opinion.
Ballsy McBallface.
Also, his match with Kevin Owens was amazing. And I think he has CM Punk next year at WrestleMania.
You want to know what? That
Yeah.
actually gives me a good idea. I have the perfect idea for a video.
Yes.
Wrestling fans versus a lead. Just
Mm.
they just come at him with a debate topic and let's see who walks out every time. Will it be a lead or will it be wrestling fans?
Wrestling fans will walk out because I just won't give up. As the GOAT said, never give up.
All Aled will do is just repeat the same sentence.
No, I come with facts, bro. I go with technicalities, and people don't like it because they know it's true.
Yeah, a certain other sports fan who still thinks that his sports team is amazing.
CMW, I'll make you cry in a minute. Shut up.
Look, I mean,
Yeah, I know John Cena.
look,
don't remind me.
I mean, look.
Don't remind me, he gave
Obviously, if you have a Mount Rushmore of wrestling, obviously it's gonna be.
Well, yeah, he's on the mount.
Cena-
He's on the Mount Rushmore.
Well, no. I'm just saying. Like, obviously, Cena's up there.
Who
The Rock,
who
Stone
is your
Cold,
Mount
and Roman.
Rushmore? Who is your Mount Rushmore?
In my eyes,
Who's your 5? Yeah, in your opinion, who is the 5 on the Mount Rushmore?
It's 4.
Cena,
4, 5, 6, 7.
Cena, Rock, Stone Cold. And I mean, I'm really reaching on this one, but I mean,
4. Okay, it's 4. Jesus, don't attack me in the chat. Jeez, just a
Cena,
number.
Rock, Stone Cold.
Get your facts correct, lad.
I would have to say
Jeez,
this was just me, but The Undertaker. Just
Fair.
So what? Cena, Rock, Stone Cold, and The Undertaker.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
I mean, if we're doing like ones today, then obviously it's Roman.
Well,
Cena.
no, I just meant like in general. Now,
yeah,
I would say Cena, Rock. I'd put Stone Cold on there, but I also would put Hulk Hogan on there because there would be no pro wrestling without Hulk Hogan.
I would say Hulk Hogan
I was
as
gonna
well.
say Hogan, but then I was like,
I don't care what he's done. I don't care what he said. There would be no pro wrestling without Hulk Hogan, and that's just a fact.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I was debating between like 3 of them. It was either Hulk Hogan, Triple H, or The Undertaker.
Nah, Triple H only has 14 world titles. He ain't good enough.
No, fuck him. Yeah, you're right. Fuck him. Get on
Only
his level,
14 world
bro.
titles. No. Only 14.
Who's your guys'
I mean,
Mount
if you think about
Rushmore
it too,
women's
technically, in a way, you could also put Ric Flair on there.
Well, Ric Flair,
Hey,
yeah,
16.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Does anyone else have a Mount Rushmore?
Anyone else got Mount Rushmore? Is it similar or different?
I would put Cena, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold.
Fair enough.
See, the only reason
Can't
I put
deny
those
any of
guys
it.
up there is because they changed the business. Like, because one had the streak, the other one was the greatest of all time. The other one was just a fucking like must see on TV, and the other one was drinking beer like no fucking tomorrow.
Toby said Cena, Stone Cold, Hogan, and Terry Funk.
Oh, that's a wild take. That's a wild.
Mount Rushmore women's wrestlers.
Funk
Oh
as
God.
a goat.
Ooh, wait a minute, hold on. Women's wrestling. That's
Women's wrestlers.
Stephanie. Stephanie has to be on there.
What? As a wrestler?
Trish, and I would say
she wrestled.
China Jacqueline, to be fair.
Barely.
Well,
Trish is on there.
Just on her influence with women's wrestling in general. So I would say
I'd put Trish on there.
Trish.
I'm putting
Lita.
Stephanie, Trish, Lita, and I'm torn between China and Jacqueline.
Really?
China needs to be on there because she won the IC title.
China could be on there.
Well, I'll give you both my Mount Rushmores now.
Yeah, I want to hear yours. I feel like yours would be interesting.
This might be controversial because I'm gonna leave off Rock and Hogan.
Fair enough.
Sorry, but I am.
You're good. It's your own
so
I'm not judging.
I'm going John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, and AJ Styles.
Ooh.
AJ Styles. You could put AJ Styles on there, yeah. One of the best to ever do it.
What about Kurt?
Well, you think about it, a whole generation of wrestling was influenced by AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Would you guys put Kurt on
I'm sure
Mount
Michael
Rushmore?
Kurt Angle. I mean, you could put you could put so many on there. You could put Kurt Angle on there.
Sting could probably go on there. One of them.
You could put James Ellsworth on there.
I was also debating putting Bret Hart on there because he's paved the way for submission wrestling as well.
Oh my God, Bret Hart.
As for women's wrestling,
I'm tired. Okay.
Like,
Leave me alone.
for women's wrestling, I would go Trish, Lita, probably AJ Lee, because what she did during an era of women's wrestling, and got them visibility and more time in the Divas era specifically, which was difficult to do, made her very influential. And in terms of today, I'm probably going to be Becky Lynch, because if it wasn't for her rise as the man character, I don't think the women would have main evented WrestleMania 35.
Yeah.
So
I would also put a shout to put Mickie James on there.
Mickie James, Io Sky is a good shout.
See,
Bayley, Sasha Banks, Rhea Ripley.
I think Sasha.
This year is Mount Rushmore. I would definitely say Mercedes Moné, Becky Lynch, AJ Lee, and I would say Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
See,
for people that still, if it's just people wrestling now, I would put the same as you. I'd put Mercedes, AJ Lee, Bayley, but I would put Charlotte on there because I think she held the women's division for so long, really, didn't she?
She's a 14-time women's champion.
Yeah, so was it Mercedes, AJ Lee, Bayley, Charlotte, and Becky?
How about we do this? Hold on, this gives me an idea because we could do this. Why don't we do a video where we do like our top 10, like men and women? Have we done that before? Have we?
No, we haven't.
Don't think so.
Did we do that?
Not at the Mount Rushmore sort of thing.
See, I think we should do like a top 10 men and women video. And we just discuss why, because I feel like that'd be an interesting video.
There we are. Next week sorted after RWL.
It'd be very subjective depending on personal preferences, but
Yeah, no, like
that's fine.
We give the reasons
because
why.
Then we can hear everyone's reasons. That's why we should them.
Yeah.
AJ Lee and Trina. Yeah.
Because see, when you do a Mount Rushmore, you can only do 4, and you have to narrow it down. But there's so many.
Yeah, it's a good topic for debate because there's so many different options,
I do know that there is one debate that pisses me off, and that people were like, "Oh, China doesn't deserve to be on any list," and it was like, "Fuck you!" She's the only woman to win a fucking IC title.
First thing I asked, have AJ Lee and Sasha Banks ever wrestled against each other? I don't think so.
Sasha
I don't
Banks
know.
And AJ?
No, they haven't because Sasha Banks moved to the main roster when AJ Lee retired that first time.
Did she come up in 2016?
2015.
2015? Yeah, but AJ left in 2015, didn't she?
Yeah.
AJ left after WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Okay,
AJ left, and then Sasha got called up.
Yeah, so no, they haven't. And they probably won't.
Unless
she comes back.
Yeah.
Which should be next year, but we'll see.
She will. Especially if Honda's staying about.
See, this is what I like. I like that we can just get on this podcast and we can just talk wrestling. This is what I like. We just.
Sorry, I also missed that debate about Ronda Rousey coming back. Can I just say, Tony Khan, no one asked for this. She slammed pro wrestling, and I don't know why you've done this, Becky.
Yeah. And your biggest women's star, Mercedes Moné, hates her. Just saying.
So
they hate each other, and I'm not gonna lie. Mercedes had the balls to walk out on Vince. She won't be scared to walk out on you.
Especially when you're so wrapped up on that white powder.
Well,
If you just keep them apart, it's fine. But just don't pin on them at all.
That's what I was about to say. Hopefully, he has learned his lessons from the altercations over the years and actually has measures put in place to make sure that it can be avoided.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to lie, losing Mercedes would hurt them more than, losing Ronda Rousey.
I mean, we're 100% getting. I was here when I think Liam said it, or someone said it. Tony Storm versus Ronda Rousey are all in. Hopefully, Rousey can piss off.
Can I ask a serious
That's
question?
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Well, after what
Wow.
Liam says.
Hang on. We're having 2 seconds. We're having a good debate here. Right, we're arguing, but friendly arguments. And then CMW's like, hashtag we want the house.
What?
No, we don't.
What?
We don't want hosts. How dare you?
Remove CMW from the chat immediately.
Anyway, Liam, what were you saying before?
I don't even remember, but I think I was like gonna say, as I tried to say earlier, I think like Ronda Rousey's just basically taking advantage of Tony Khan's kindness. Like MJF said it in the past, people have taken advantage of his kindness. This is another case of that, I reckon. Ronda Rousey's taking advantage of his kindness and is interested in what's in his pockets, aka his cash. And again, if they're going to do any matches, just do her and Tony Storm all in and get out. Because if you keep Ronda around any longer than by the end of the summer, it's going to go extremely wrong.
Yeah.
Because Ronda Rousey only cares about one person, and that's Ronda Rousey. She doesn't care about professional wrestling, whereas Mercedes Moné wholeheartedly loves and cares about professional wrestling. So, again, he should have his priorities straight. It should be Mercedes Moné over Ronda Rousey in terms of who you want to keep every day of the week.
Noble, what were you gonna say? 'Cause the chat is like, let you speak.
Yeah, the chat wants Noble to talk.
Yeah, we're sorry for interrupting you. I'm just curious.
No, it's fine. Honestly, I was gonna say something at the top of you guys talking, but I kind of forgot now.
Who's your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, who's your Mount? Yeah, we didn't hear yours.
And don't worry, doesn't matter who you say, we won't judge you. So
this is rubbish.
Yeah.
Me, they'll judge. You, on the other hand.
Yeah, who am I judging?
Oh, I will judge you.
Anyway, go ahead.
So my Mount Rushmore is obviously Cena because he's my goat. Undertaker, Stone Cold, and Hogan.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, women's.
Do you have a women's one?
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
No.
She was a great wrestler.
No. Fucking asshole. So for the women's, I obviously gotta put Trish there. Nikki Bella, because I think she's the main reason why this women's division has been the reason why that they Divas Women's Revolutions. I can't even fucking speak.
So I have a chance.
Trish, Nikki, asshole, stupid Discord.
Asshole.
I'm obviously gonna put China there because honestly, you can't have China off you cannot have China away from the freaking one of the goats in this women's division. And I'm gonna put Jacqueline in there.
I never watched this Jacqueline woman wrestle, so I don't know who she is.
Jacqueline is the reason she paved the way for African Americans to break into the wrestling industry.
She did.
That's cool.
She's the cruiserweight. She was the cruiserweight champion as well.
Yeah, she.
Oh wait, I think she was in TNA at one point.
She was badass.
Yeah, Yeah, Jacqueline was in TNA.
Jacqueline wasn't taking shit from nobody. She was like, "You want to fucking fight me? Let's go, bitch."
Hey, Mysterio was another name you could put. Hey, Mysterio was another name you could put up there.
The biggest underdog.
It was Jacqueline Booker T that paved the way for African Americans to break into the wrestling industry.
That's
female.
Cool. I don't know what it is. So.
Female side of it.
I need to check her out and see her matches and stuff.
Dude, she would.
But yeah,
people up.
I think as much as people don't like Nikki Bella, I think you have to include Nikki Bella. If you don't include Nikki Bella, you're just stupid. You know?
I guess I'm stupid then.
No, you can include, and here's the thing. The problem is there's so many influential wrestlers that trying to narrow it down to 4 is just the most difficult.
Toby said Gail Kim.
Part of it.
TNA Gail Kim, yeah.
Yeah, TNA Gail Kim, yes. WWE one.
You could do Maria Kanellis as well then.
Gail Kim was the TNA women's division, literally.
Her and Mickey James.
Now I'm gonna ask the chat. Who's your Mount Rushmore Wrestle Arc members?
Oh God.
See, that's the reason, right? That's the reason, right? Like, Mount Rushmore debates are interesting because it is hard to pin it down to just 4, but it also forces you to think off the top of your head very quickly.
Yeah,
and that's fun.
I have a personal one, but my personal one is way different than the one that.
Is Wade Barrett on it?
No, fuck no.
PVW's Mount Rushmore is just going to be filled with Wade Barrett. It's just Wade Barrett.
We'll talk about him in a
Wade
second.
Wade Barrett, and Wade Barrett.
But yeah, no, I have a personal one.
I want Mount Rushmore is just going to be MJF.
Yes.
You know what? I don't think you can put him on there yet, but I think by the end of his career, MJF could be a shout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did say he's going to be the greatest of all time. So.
Yeah, he said it, but can he prove it?
Right now, he's 30 years old and he's still smashing it.
Can he win 17 world titles in AEW?
Right now, he's on 2.
Is he the most? No. Who's the most? Who's got the most title reigns?
In AEW?
John Moxley, right?
Moxley.
Is it Moxley? Yeah, it is, yeah.
In AEW?
Moxley has 4. Moxley has 4.
I think it's Moxley. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 4.
One of his
he's like
John Cena a proper one after the fact. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh no, wait a minute.
Also, yeah, everyone's saying that Moxley's going to leave AEW soon. No, he's not.
No.
How many does Hangman have? He's got 3, doesn't he?
2.
He doesn't have a lot.
2.
Yeah, he only has 2.
He only has 2.
They pulled the trick on Hangman way too late. They should have pulled the trick on Hangman ages ago.
No, wait a minute. He has 3.
When he won the blackjack, when he won the first Casino Battle Royal, they should have pulled it then.
2. Oh no, he does have 2. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought.
Can I do my TNA? Can I do my TNA Mount Rushmore? Because I watched TNA. AJ Styles is not on it, by the way.
What?
This is bullshit.
No, I'm sorry. Cancel it now. This is slander. Kill the stream. Nope.
We're going to be judging you on pod.
No. I would put AJ Styles, James Storm, because I love James Storm, and I just want to put him up there. Bobby Roode, and Kurt Angle.
He's off the chain.
Correct. That's probably correct.
What about EC3?
Shut up. Kurt Angle or Sting, but I'd probably go Kurt Angle.
EC3, trouble.
Kurt Angle was.
Kurt
Angle was all TNA.
A TNA Mount Rushmore is also very difficult because you can leave guys on it.
Samoa Joe was good.
Yeah, you could put Joe on there. You could put Bobby Roode on there. You could put Daniels on there.
Do you put Jared on? Wait, do you put Jared on there or no?
No.
Who?
Jeff
No.
Jarrett.
The only good thing Jeff Jarrett did for TNA was found the company, and that was it.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. This may be very controversial, but I think you could put Jeff Hardy on there. TNA Jeff Hardy.
What about Dixie Carter?
Are you Team Dixie?
Absolutely not. Never.
Dixieland is where dreams come true.
It's so hard, man, because in a way, also technically, you could put like Bully Ray and D1 on there for tag teams.
Oh my god, I love their theme.
Well, yeah,
song.
Technically,
I love their theme song in
technically,
TNA.
technically, you could put Gail Kim on there as well.
You could put Gail Kim is on there for the if you do just the TNA one for the women's, she is, and Mickey James.
See, again, it's
And
difficult
after that,
doing
the rest
these,
is a bit
but the
impossible.
debates are great.
I guess you could probably just round up the TNA women's Mount Marshall with the beautiful people, and that'll be alright.
It's going to be so
Let the
controversial with
pigeons
Tessa Blanchard.
loose. Let the pigeons loose.
Oh yeah.
Okay, as much as I love this, Raw does start in half an hour, so we need to piss off.
No.
Radio, close it.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. A big thank you to our sponsors, FNX.com. Reminder, folks, you guys can use code STONECOLD to get 31.6% off your purchase, which is, yeah. Make sure you guys check it out. Obviously, Stone Cold has new merch on there. Like I said, you guys need to check out these title belts. These title belts look insane. It's the Smoking Skull belt. The Blood from a Stone Championship one is my absolute favorite. You guys need to check it out. Not only that, we do want to let you guys know that next week is the RWO's War. We're going to start writing stuff for the Rumble here, hopefully. Soon.
Yeah, that's next week, right?
Yeah.
We'll have some stuff on the
Next
Rumble.
Tuesday.
Which, by the way, I'll be posting all of the match stuff on the Twitter tomorrow, so you guys can share it around.
Toby just said, "Who wants to watch Raw? We can watch Wrestle Arc." That is true. But Roman Reigns is on the Raw.
Yeah,
But Roman Reigns is on it.
But then if we don't watch WWE or AEW, then we can't do this podcast.
Yeah, we can't be Wrestle Arc if we don't watch Raw.
Or SmackDown or NXT or AEW or TNA sometimes.
Welcome to Wrestle Arc TNA
Or
coverage
New Japan.
only. Oh god, can you imagine that?
Fuck
Book
Booker
it to your appreciation night. Guys, book it to your appreciation night tomorrow.
Yeah.
As a wrestler, great guy. Broadcaster, hit or miss. Honestly. But, yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm Wrestle Arc and I don't watch wrestling.
But you know what's going on.
I do, yes.
More than pain.
Anyway, getting back to it here. So yes, make sure you guys check out all the channels on the BW Radio Network. Make sure you guys check out all the sponsors down below. Make sure you guys follow us on all of our social media so that way you guys never miss updates on shows and of course so much more. We are officially getting out of here now so we can go watch Raw. You guys can fuck off for the rest of the day. By the way, I did forget one Stone Cold moment, and that's him and Booker T in the grocery store. Jesus Christ. All right, yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Pretty much Booker T and Stone Cold fought in a grocery store, and it was the most random shit you'll ever see all day.
Yes. Anyways.
But yeah.
Okay, bye.
See ya.